Good morning, students. How are all of you? Hope all of you are doing good. So students, we have finished lesson 1, 3 questions, poem 1, the squirrel, poem 2, the rebel. And in today's class, we will be discussing lesson 2, a gift of chappals by Vasanta Surya. So students, before I get into the lesson, let me introduce you the main characters of the lesson. We have Mrudu, a young girl, Tapi, her grandmother, Rukumani, her aunt, and her cousins Ravi, Meena, and Lali. Tapi was staying with her grandmother, Mrudu was staying with Tapi, her grandmother, and Tata, her grandfather, in Madras, now called Chennai. Tapi takes Mrudu to her aunt Rukumani's house to visit her cousins. Rukumani very happily opens the door to welcome Tapi and Mrudu inside the house. And Ravi rushes out to pull Mrudu inside the house, as he is very eager to tell her something and he didn't want to waste much time. Ravi was pulling her and Mrudu protests and asks him to stop pulling her as she did not take off her slippers. And he stops pulling. She takes off her slippers and places them neatly beside another pair of large black slippers. And she notices that those slippers, the owner of the slipper might be not cleaning the slippers for a very long time, and the prints formed or the marks formed on the slippers, like the toe prints, were long and scrawny. Scrawny means skinny. And then Meena starts looking at Mrudu, and Mrudu doesn't get much time to inquire who the owner was, as again she is pulled by Ravi to the backyard of the house. And there they see a kitten under a bitter berry bush or a tree in a torn football which was stuffed with clothing and sand, and the cat was lapping. Lapping means licking, drinking milk from a half coconut shell. And what does Meena do? She starts explaining that they found the kitten that day the morning near the gate, and it was continuously mewing, and they felt pity for her and they got it into the house. But they kept it a secret of keeping the kitten in the house, because mother already told them if Tapi comes to know that there was a cat in the house, she would definitely leave the house. Now, Ravi starts complaining that it was very unfair of adults. They teach the kids to be kind to animals, and when the kids take any animal to them, they scream and they describe those animals as dirty creatures. He also starts complaining that it was becoming very difficult for him to get some milk or some food for the kitten, and one day he had to mislead his grandmother when she observes a glass of milk in his hand. And to make her less suspicious, he tells that he was hungry and he brings most of the milk. And when she asks him back for the glass or tumbler, he assures her that he would clean it himself and didn't want to trouble her. And what does he do? He runs to the backyard and pours the rest of the milk into the half coconut shell for the kitten. Now he was a bit worried that he was planning, he was thinking, how could he be getting food for his kitten Mahendran the kitten. Now when Mrudu was observing all these things, she was a bit taken back to hear that, and she was amazed that a small cute kitten having such a strong name, and she was very much impressed that it was a real name, and she was feeling it unusual, as usually people who have pets, they don't give such names to their pets. And now Ravi was feeling very confident, and he starts explaining that the full name of the kitten was Mahendra Varma Pallava Punai. In short, it was MP Punai, and it was a breed of a lion. He was telling it very proudly, and he was telling that the fur of the kitten actually was like the lion's mane, okay, like the hair of the lion. He was telling that it was almost similar to it, and he reminds her of the emblem of the ancient Pallava king. The emblem of the ancient Pallava king was a lion, and this kitten and the lion are of the same. The kitten is of the same breed of that lion of the ancient Pallava king. And very confidently, he was waiting, thinking that Mrudu was going to believe whatever he was telling her. But Mrudu just giggled at him. And what is the meaning of giggle is giving a sarcastic laugh. Okay, students, I hope you understood the lesson till here. I have taught first 5 paragraphs of the lesson. Please read these 5 paragraphs from the textbook so that you will have a better understanding. Thank you.